So I was in the bathroom the other day. I promise this is not going to a weird place because I was bored. I was bored in the bathroom, and here's why. Give us a shout if you've ever accidentally gone to the bathroom without your phone. Like three bullshit. Look, I was in the bathroom without my phone, and I started to think about what have I done? Like, what can I possibly do? And I did the first thing that everybody does, which is I started reading stuff that I have never read before. I was looking at the toilet, and it's like, clear toilets proudly made in Wisconsin. And I had no idea that they made them there. And I have nothing to do. My mind's wandering. I'm thinking it could just say anything. It could say anything on this toilet. It could be like, Kohler toilets proudly made in hell because Satan pays better minimum wage than the American government. It could say anything. You have no idea what it's going to say on these toilets. And nobody would ever find it, too, because nobody's reading the shit that's on the toilet. So I'm sitting there in the toilet, and I'm thinking, I'm out of stuff to read, because that was all there was. It was just a toilet with text on it, and now I have nothing. And of course, I start to get a little irrationally angry at a lot of things. First at myself, because I'm I should have remembered my phone, but I didn't. And then I start to think, well, fuck whoever made this bathroom, because there should be more supplementary text on the toilet roll or something. As I keep pulling, there's maybe Charlotte's Web on the toilet paper, so I'm kept engaged by something, or reach behind the toilet, and I'm like, Lord of the Flies, what do you know? Remember middle school? So I just sit there and I'm like, fuck people who made this. And then I start to think well, fuck whoever comes into this bathroom and doesn't do me the service of writing on the walls so that I could read that maybe. Not even a silly Chad and Jennifer gonna be together forever, or call 503 whatever in Salem for a good time, winky face. Or I work at Kohler Toilets and I worship Satan and I love working at this factory all day. God bless. Wait, not God bless. So I started to think about this, and I'm this is very much a little bit selfish that I'm sitting in here, and I wasn't properly furious, but I was a little bit annoyed. And I started to think about just minor bits of selfishness as I went to go get dinner in our cafeteria at Willamette, and they have something posted on our cafeteria drink dispenser, and it's, "Be a hero, don't use a straw." What the fuck is that? That's the extent that it's gone to. Because I remember reading about the straw bans and those sorts of things, and it was a relatively new thing at that point. But people have elevated it now to where they're I didn't use a straw. And next I'm really excited to go and meet my hero, Barack Obama, and he's going to congratulate me, give me my fucking Medal of Honor. And then I was thinking of flying to Metropolis to have sex with Lois Lane. A hero? That's how you think of yourself? I didn't use a straw. I have saved the world. It's just a little bit of weird selfishness. And I started to notice and pick up on those weird little things as I started to go about my day. And so I was just kind of a little annoyed. And I went back to my dorm room and I participated in my favorite activity on the internet. I would like to introduce you all to this today. I went and I looked up Florida Man. Now, to those of you who do not know what Florida Man is, allow me to introduce you to this beautiful thing. So, on news Crime Blotters, they do Washington Man kills 7 people and is still on the losers wing. Or they'll be Florida, just some Wisconsin woman does X, Y, and Z. Florida is crazy. I don't know if any of you are aware of this. So Florida's Crime Blotter does not look like that at all. Florida's Crime Blotter is also crazy. I would like to share some of my favorite Florida Man stories. One of my favorite ones is Florida man arrested for fondling himself at community pool blames invisible lesbians. Visible lesbians isn't going to be plausible to the police. I've got it. Invisible lesbians. Because if there's one thing I know about lesbians, it's that they like fondling dicks. That's the one thing I learned in all my time about lesbians. Or Florida man steals exotic fish, hides them down pants. Can you just imagine if the final scene of Finding Dory was just we found your family. And they're gone. Or one of my favorites ever has got to be Florida man, too fat for jail, which is my favorite, I think, because it's not only an indictment of Florida that it got to that point for one Florida man, but it's an indictment of Florida's entire criminal justice system that they went, sir, we can't arrest him. Why not? He's like 250, and that's just too big for us. We couldn't do it. So yeah, I just love Florida Man. If there's one thing you take away from this show, it's either Satan or go home and look up Florida Man. So.